And you like working with your body, it sounds like.
Yes, I consider myself a pretty flexible person.
You do a lot of yoga?
Yes, daily.
About how much, do you think? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour?
Around 20 poses a day, maybe? I don't know.
Wow.
But definitely over an hour, usually around an hour and a half or more.
This is Ryan, and he has agreed to answer the 3 dream questions. Are you ready, Ryan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. The first question is about hopes and dreams, looking into the future, or maybe even right now. What are your hopes and dreams?
Well, my hopes and dreams for myself is that I continue my homeschool education, and perhaps when I grow up and try to get a job, and to either be a dismantler of some type of object like a laptop or something else, or a yoga instructor.
So you're thinking about being a yoga instructor and someone who takes apart computers? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, or some type of object similar.
So you like working with your hands?
Yes, and tools.
And you like working with your body, it sounds like.
Yes, I consider myself a pretty flexible person.
You do a lot of yoga?
Yes, daily.
About how much, do you think? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour?
Around 20 poses a day, maybe? I don't know.
Wow.
But definitely over an hour, usually around an hour and a half or more.
Of yoga poses?
Yes.
And how do you feel about that? What does that do for you?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's done a lot of the benefits for my body. It's made me, I think, a lot more flexible and maybe even muscular.
Okay. And so that's where the yoga instructor comes in. You're able to do that. So have these always been your dreams, or when you were younger, when you were a little kid, did you have other ideas of what you wanted to do, or did you have other goals?
I had no idea what I was going to do when I was like 5 years old or something. I had no clue. When they asked me in kindergarten, I think I just gave a blank stare and said, I have no clue.
Okay. I think a lot of 5-year-olds can identify with what you're saying.
Because that question to me is very serious. It's like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard question for anybody to answer.
And obviously I'm not going to be a yoga instructor for my whole life, and especially if I don't like it, I'm going to get older and I'm going to become less flexible. So
you're going to be flexible in body and in your opinions and in other things and what you're going to do.
Hopefully I remain that way.
Yeah, very cool. If you could give some advice to people in the world, let's say any age, pick an age group. That could be people younger than you, people your age, people older than you. Pick one of those groups or all of them, and what advice would you give?
Let's go around 35, maybe, around that.
Somebody
age.
Around 35, okay.
Yeah. I'd say when you hear stuff in the news about people doing not so great things, maybe even crimes, try not to see them as the villain. Try to understand that they have been through completely different backgrounds than you. They are completely different than the people who have been through completely different things, probably. Or maybe they've been similar. They just had a certain point in their life that changed them. Try not to see them as the villain.
Is that what you would say is maybe have more empathy?
Yes.
Put yourself in their place, or what is...
Yes, and probably try to help them understand, and that's you can be helped and you can change.
Good. That's. I think that's good advice for 36-year-old, maybe an 80-year-old.
Who knows? And just any age group.
Yeah, that's really good stuff, sir. I think you're onto something. Did anything else come to mind as we've talked? Doesn't have to.
Well, when you said my hopes, I kind of thought of my hopes of what the world will be like when I'm old enough to get a job.
What would you hope for the world? Thank you.
Well, first of all, maybe try to tone down the political corruption a bit, because so far our country isn't that great with that, as far as I know.
You're saying that there's a lot of political corruption.
Oh yeah.
So if you could wish for something in the world, it might be a world with less corruption.
Yes, among other things.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you very much, Ryan. Bless you.